Hello, everybody, and welcome to I see Tiana so. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Quest and Chaos. We're playing Dragon, singular, of Icespire Peak. I'm James Arano. I'm the GM for this game. As you can see, there's some marvelous people on your screen, kind of like, well, I'm usually in the top right-hand corner, so they're kind of like over here, maybe? Or they're over here. Let's say something like that. Hello, everybody. I can feel your energies. But before we begin tonight's game, and more inane chatter from myself, we got some announcements to talk about. First of which, we've got our sponsor, the Nord Games. Yes, Nord Games is provides all that supplementary material to make your DMing games awesome. They've got books, they got decks, and soon later they will have miniatures. Super awesome stuff. That's our sponsor, Nord Games. Next, I'd like to mention some of the friends of our show, one of which has always been around for quite some time, Birds of Paradise. Look at that. Ooh. It's the magpie. Look at that. Black, white, and teal.
Apparently, the magpie are the most popular in the Kickstarter fulfillment. I was talking to Andrea about that earlier, and the magpie are super popular.
Nice.
I mean, it's a great color combo.
They're really cool, and that really like almost translucent black, just neat.
With a little bit of sparkles in there, and you can get some yourself by checking out Birds of Paradise. It's probably scrolling up in the chat right now. Yes, that's Birds of Paradise. Another friend of the show is Berkeley Stamp and Engraving. Berkeley Stamp and Engraving, they do our coasters, they do our mugs, they do our flasks. So check out Berkeley Stamp and Engraving. Thank you all so much. Oh, and they do our inspiration coins for when we are in studio and we can huck those giant metal ones at each other that are like, that's a D4 of damage right there. Critical. Ugh. Berkeley Stamp and Engraving. Lastly, our last friend of the show is D&D Beyond. As you have seen, there's a little overlay right around the top, or not the top, the middle left side of your screen. You can click there and you can see our character hit points and the portraits for our characters when they're not doing the little revolving thing on the bottom right, which is right below me. But we also use D&D Beyond for character sheets as well as creating monsters because, as we have seen with this campaign, I always go off the rails and I do not follow what's in the module. And I make my own shit. All thanks to D&D Beyond. They make it super easy to do so. So check out D&D Beyond. They're a great friend that has been helping us for quite some time.
Thanks, D&D Beyond.
For their pain and misery, and for the audience helpfulness. That's what D&D Beyond does. Let's see. Those are our friends. Let's talk about how you can support the show. First of which, big one is our Patreon. So if you go to patreon.com/questandchaos, you can join in on the chaos over there, which we are slowly rolling out for 2021, our 5E. No, Guild of the 5 E's. There we go. That's the right wording. Guild of the 5 E's. Guild of the 5 E's. It's where we're basically taking our 5E fight club and moving it away from arena battles and more of a one-shot base. And yes, one shot, not Quest and Chaos one shot. Literally one shot. So whoever's DMing have to make sure those are nice, short, and concise, and doesn't make an 8-episode little mini series be at this point, what, 17 chapters? But I digress. Anyway, that's how you can help us, and we have other perks that are slowly percolating out. You can check that out there, and if you go to our Discord, you can find more of that discussion as we are slowly crafting things that will be we'd like to get to you, our community. The second way you can support us is here on Twitch by giving away them bits. 500 bits equals 1 inspiration. Use 1 inspiration, and the players will get a D6 to add to their rolls. And if they give 2 inspiration, that's 1,000 bits. They get to re-roll a D20 that is not a natural 1. Yeah. And also with the Patreon, to recircle back to that, we're revamping our inspiration system so that way you can get more specific beyond just given bits and using it on D6s and D20s. Third way you can support us is through Nord Games. If you go to Nord Games through the affiliate link that's going up or down there in YouTube, anything you buy there, it helps them, it helps us. And if you use the coupon code Chaotic20, you will get 20% off your order. So you can help yourself by helping us, and you can help yourself by helping Nord Games, all of us helping one another. Excellent stuff. Fourth way you can help us is through our merch store. As I mentioned, we have coasters, we have mugs, we have t-shirts, we have the flasks, we've got pins, a lot of fun stuff for, oh, there we go. That's one of our shirts, has our massive logo right there. Just, oh, thank you for showing that, Julie. Look at that. You could be as, wig not included, but you can be as cool as Julie when you get that shirt. Yes, yes, yes. Those are the ways you can support us. Final shout out I'd like to make that is specific to this channel is for our moderators. We're growing, we're becoming bigger, and we need some help in terms of keeping our ship on course. So we'd like to thank Tigeron31, Shadow Dragon, the Baroness, and the last one I'm missing is the Hefner. Thank you all so much for moderating not only our chat here, but helping us out in the Discord space and elsewhere in different ways. So thank you so very much. Now, for this specific week, we have our giveaway week. Yes, every show this week, we are giving away something. And tonight, we are giving away a Essential Starter Kit. Dragon of Icespire Peak. So you too can see how much I diverge from the module. So get yourself one of those today. It's super awesome and it provides a lot of great stuff. You get this and you get some dice and you get the module, you get a screen. It is great for anyone who is starting off on their D&D adventures. And you also get a D&D Beyond code, so you can access it online, so you don't just have to be in person. You can do it just like we do here. On Tuesday, tomorrow, on our Sean Gruber special, Namatoki Tower, we're going to see who can kick him off first. It is our Die Hard special, run by our very own Aaron Acosta. He will be joined by Duke Fleeg, Spike, Thomas, and one more person, Squill the Bard. Yes, I'm doing this without notes, y'all. This is just a map.
I am impressed at how much you remember.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Wait, Theater, you're fine.
Here's the preview of the map, y'all. So that is happening Tuesday, and what we're giving away there is the alternate cover edition of Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Yes, and I will mention that quite soon. On our Saturday, we're giving away on Rime of the Frost Maiden. Rime of the Frost Maiden. So you can see how much I don't diverge from this module. So we're giving away that. And on Call of Cthulhu, we will be giving a Call of Cthulhu starter set. So you too can get in on that Eldritch Horror. Now, for all of these, how do you enter? You do the hashtag chaos to enter. We will probably, as we normally do, draw during the break of each show. But here's the little kicker. You must be present to win. Present usually means at least a good 5 minutes. So that way, you know, just in case you stepped away for a good pee or some tea or some water, or you just wanted to roll some dice in the corner by yourself. I understand. I know that feeling. You still have to be present to win. So hashtag chaos in the chat only once, anytime until the drawing happens, and you must be present to win. Whew. I think that's all of it. Let's get into bits. Oh, yes. If you're hearing music right now, and you will be hearing music later, it is due to Sirenscape. Yes, we are using them as a subscription service to provide some of the ambiance music that I cannot do with my mouth. There's only so much this thing can do. So yes, thank you, Sirenscape, for making me not blow out my vocal cords all day, every day.
All of the blowing out he does on his own. Don't give me an opening like that.
That is everything. Let's talk about the bits. We've got 500 bits from the Hefner to the players.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And as they do, keeping all things balanced, they give 500 bits to me. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That way, so hopefully Winton can actually do something of substance this episode.
Yes, I appreciate when you use your bits for the friendly NPCs.
That was very helpful, actually.
That was nice.
Even if he wasn't able to do anything, it was still a good moral boost.
Yeah.
Good moral
morale
boost. See him not kill the rat with 1 hit point left.
Poor Winton.
Poor Winton. But I speak too slowly. I don't know what I was going to go with that. I speak too slowly, for the Duke Fleek has now donated 1,000 bits to the player.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Ooh.
So that is 3 now. Did you have 4 left over last time?
Yep.
Excellent. So that is 7 to you, 1 to me, and I think that is all the things for the bits. So shall we get into the recap?
Let's do it.
Last time on Dragon of Icespire Peak. Oh, thank you. Let's redact that for a second. There's 24 bits in the boy. When that boy hits 25, it triggers a giveaway, of which we'll either be giving a Nord Games deck of the winner's choice, or usually a Nord Games deck. Sometimes we do it a little different. Usually, though, Nord Games deck of the winner's choice. And that'll be similar to the other giveaways. #chaos to enter. So last time on Dragon of Icespire Peak, our heroes were tasked by Holly Thornton of the Phandalin's Guild. Last time on Dragon of Icespire Peak, our heroes were tasked by Holly Thornton of the I can't say this word right now. Phandalin Miners Exchange to go investigate the Mountain Rib mining camp, which has been without messaging for the past 3 weeks. They went there and they found an infestation of were-rats. A intense battle ensued, which ended with the heroes' defeat, but they were thrown deeper into the mine to be sacrificed to the were-rat god, Muscana. While there in the mines, they were reunited with one another as they had been separated, but without their equipment, they had to jerry-rig many different shields and axes and little knives to fend off the dangers they had found there deep in the mine of the rat variety. They were all rats, tiny rats, big rats, larger rats. Speaking of larger rats, they finally made their way into Muscana's hovel, where they fought 2 very large rats that put up a decent fight until the ground began to shake and the true god Muscana appeared. He leapt out of his hole, a massive rat covered with infection scars and pustules, and the battle raged on as our compatriots fought off this massive rat of unusual size. There, deep within the mines, Isolde was able to call upon her goddess Leroux and enchant her homemade cold iron axe with holy energy that cleaved through Muscana, and eventually the beast fell literally back into its hole, and its head going pop 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 pop, pachinko machine all the way down. As they,
I'm so glad you did that with your voice and not Sirenscape.
ding dong ding ding ding. As our heroes took a bit of a breath, they were quickly found by 3 were-rats, who, after a quick conversation, leaped into the hole in which Muscana fell. Unsure of what to do with those were-rats, they went back on their original mission of trying to sneak in through a small crevice, which led them to a silver mine. There, with a bit of a light spell provided by Winley, they see the veins of silver glittering throughout the cave. And for the first time, they get to take a sigh of relief. And that is where we begin. Our heroes standing within this glittering cavern, looking about, and as you do, it's only about, this portion of it is just a small 15 by 15 spot, and you can see some of the glittering. You can see a little bit of some more crystallized forms of the silver jutting out a bit, and 2 hallways leading down right and left. And the light at the end of it just illuminating the faintest bits of a table and chairs to the right, and nothing you can see beyond to the left.
Well, the first question, do we want to try and find some rocks to fill in the hole behind us? Or do we want to keep that hole open to run in case we find something in here?
We're not going to be able to go through that tunnel very quickly anyways.
Let's fill it up. I think it's a good idea, Tim.
I agree. We won't be able to go through it very quickly, and there's nowhere to run down there. Not really.
Right. I'll start looking for. We don't have much light, so whatever's.
Well, why don't we just
find the biggest rocks?
Why don't we just upturn the table and do what we did earlier? Just put it in front of the hole.
Our shields, our precious shields.
No, the table. The table.
The table that we see.
Oh, there's a table there. Oh, I disbelieved that. I'm sorry.
I mean, unless there's cheese on the table.
I think it would be a good idea before we start making that kind of noise to have a quick look around our immediate area and make sure that we are alone.
Very true.
All right. I'd be willing to go up to that split up there where I can see a couple tunnels. I can go and look.
Aren't we in the split where it's right and left from where we are right now?
You're in a larger cavern, and then the cavern on left and right side has 2 tunnels going that way.
Got it. Yeah, I am not very quiet and I can't see in the dark. So unfortunately my usefulness is limited.
All right. No, I'll go and take a look on I'll go to the left. That's where we see the table and chairs first.
Table and chairs is on the right.
Yes, okay. Table and chairs to the right. So I'll go to the right first.
Okay. You're sneaking?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check, please.
Yes. Getting it up right now.
Oh,
First roll. I trip. I fall. I roll. I scream.
Crud.
Well, it's not that bad actually, but it's still a card for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Natural 1 for a 5.
I got 5. So yeah.
That's a start to
Well, we got it out of the way.
Can we clearly hear Darjan clumping down the?
We're all going.
I mean, Darjan is within eyesight for you all, as you can see the table just beyond this little bit of tunnel here. But yeah, DJ, you start to sneak over and you don't notice on your right-hand side just a large rock. And very much Peter Griffin style, where you grasp your leg. It's just like, oh! And all of you see Darjan. They are only about 20 feet away from you.
Found a rock, guys, but I found a rock.
I'll go pick up the rock and bring it over to near the entrance so we can use that for the pile.
About 1/5 covered at the moment. And with the card, it's a minus 1d10 after making a skill or a check roll.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Remind me, James, is this silver twinkling? Like we can actually, it is giving off some iridescence in this main
It's giving
space?
twinkling based off of the light that Winley is still.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Hmm.
Oh man. All right. Well,
Do you want to try again, DJ? To walk over that way?
I'm going to try again,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
and I'm going to watch
Try that
everything.
walking again.
Very
Walk that way.
The element of surprise. We're confident the element of surprise is gone at this point, right?
Oh yeah, it was a long.
I'm gonna creep up behind Darjan just in case something jumps out.
All right. So shall I try to roll stealth again?
No need as
Perception, perhaps.
That's a good one to roll now. Everyone's quiet and waits for.
Go ahead, perception check, DJ.
All right, just getting it.
Nice.
Okay, there you go.
As your body settles from the brief sharp pain, you extend your hearing outwards and your eyes to look about. And you don't hear or see anything of interest.
I don't think I
don't
think I
hear any
stirred anything up.
footsteps. Nothing seems to be shifting.
Okay. Oh, good. I was waiting to hear. Okay. All right. Let's go check the other one out.
Sorry, are you continuing to the right or to the left? Towards the table? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going towards the table.
So you go through the small tunnel, and it's similar to what you've seen. It's a little bit smaller than the 8 foot wide or 8 foot tall, 12 foot wide. It's a little bit shorter and a little bit thinner. But it's the same similar construction, and you make your way through. And as you enter, you see the table. Has 4 chairs. Has some plates on it. A little bit of half-eaten food. And you look, as you take in the scope of the room, you notice 4 bunk beds kind of just in the corner, and you see just a little bit of this room. There's another way down to the left.
Okay, this looks like one of their areas. I don't know. Do we want to go farther? Tim, you're with?
Have
Tim,
we
you're with?
followed? Yeah, I feel like we're still.
Well, I only went as far as I could see, though.
Oh, I thought you were following me. Okay.
I moved up so that I'm closer, and if I hear you, but
okay.
I'm on the edge of what the light will provide.
Okay. All right. I'll do one more, go up to the other end of this to see where the corridor goes.
And as the light of Winley slowly dims away as you move further into the darkness, you just creep behind one of the bunk beds and you look down the way and you see several crates, barrels, small little shelf with some little pots. You can ascertain, just due to the nature of what you just touched, it's kind of dusty, but it's a smaller room compared to the one you are currently in. But as you look down, it's like you don't see anything. You don't see any movement aside from those crates and barrels.
So crates and barrels, you said little things. Am I thinking it could be a food prep area or just
A little less preppy, more of a storage.
Got it. Okay. This is good to know. I'm going to go back to my friends, because going any farther is probably a bad idea. So I'm going to go back to my friends and let them know.
Okay.
Say yes.
Did you find any food?
I didn't go look in any of the crates or barrels. I wanted to keep on listening, making sure that my alarm didn't alarm anybody.
How long ago would you ascertain they left from the food?
It's dusty around back there, so
What about the plates that were on the table?
Yeah. Could I smell anything or when I was going by there?
Nothing in particular. And also largely because you all came from one of the worst smelling places you have ever been in your entire life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, the stinkiest thing in this area is yourselves.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was.
You weren't able to ascertain without getting closer.
I didn't want to touch anything just in case.
Mhm.
Already made enough noise. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to go over there and check out what they've got? See if there's anything good?
I think it would be a good idea to clear the other passage first, the one that's to the left of us, and make sure that we're not going to be come upon from that side. And then we can settle in a little.
Glad we have a tactician with us. Thank you.
Got to be good for something.
It's not what I do.
Other than God slaying.
Yeah.
That that wasn't a god. I don't know what that was, but it may have been worth this one. But it's
We should talk it up. Yeah. Keep the title. We'll talk later. I got some ideas. I got some ideas for a song for you. We'll have to.
I'll be interested to hear it. I've enjoyed your storytelling songs thus far.
So who's
Right.
going?
Guys, this is all great, but do you mind if we see what kind of he's getting claustrophobic, angry, angsty.
Eye flash. Okay, got it. I saw the eye flash. I'm okay. All right. I'll go over to the other side. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Darjan, you go over down to the left side, and similarly, it crunches down into a tunnel of about 10 feet by 8 feet. And you walk through, and only about 20 feet long, before you enter another larger cavern. This one about maybe good 40 to 50 by just length, and the glow from Winley isn't really providing much, but you can see little rock mounds. You can see some of the wall has been kind of uniformly scraped, not natural in its way. And you can see little chunks of things as well as some barrels with their lids off, but you don't see what's inside. And you can see just a bit of a narrowing over on the right side, which you would assume is another possible tunnel/hallway.
I'm going to look in one of these barrels because they're going to ask me. So I want to go take a look in inside one of the barrels.
Accurate.
Go up to
Yeah, catching on.
and you look inside, and you see just little rocks. Not normal rocks. They kind of have a, not necessarily powder to them, but they have a little bit of I don't know, dusting per se, more metallic.
All right. I'm going to take one with me back.
Yeah. And from where you are, when you approach one of the barrels, you can see down the hallway a little bit easier. It is completely boarded up.
So it kind of goes in for a little bit and then boards.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit. And then one of those structures that is supporting the tunnel ceiling has been all the way across, just slats of wood.
Good to
But
know.
as you look around, you don't see any other entrances or exits.
Good to know. All right. I make my way back to the team.
Making my way.
Making my way and making my way. Yeah, I can't go anywhere without a little bit of song going in.
Oh yeah.
Whether, no matter where it comes from.
So you go back?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. In that other passage, there's a bigger area. And it looks like there was an entrance and exit, but it's all boarded up. But there's a barrel, and I did look inside this one.
Oh. And you pull it out, and you see just a small kind of irregular cube, metallic, silverish.
Oh.
Does it look like silver or cold iron to me?
It's different than what you're holding.
Okay.
Would any of us recognize it from travels prior?
Yeah, Inqua, Darjan, Winley for sure, and in passing for Isolt and Tim, it's silver, unworked,
Oh.
but
All
silver.
right.
So we don't have to
Wow.
do the pickaxe work. We've got some back there.
Mm.
We can
And
just haul the
How
barrel.
big are they? Are they chuckable?
This one is about, maybe about an inch.
It's
Oh, don't-
slingable. It's
Yeah,
slingable.
exactly. Darjan, did you see? Were they all of this size?
They were various sizes. I didn't dig down, but I could pick a couple of them up.
No signs of rats or other tunnels? Anything
No.
that could come in other than here? For the love of God, use prestidigitation on me. I am covered with rat poop and muscana pus.
Aren't we all? Well, no pus on
No,
that.
not as bad as
I was gonna
Bolt
say,
and I.
you guys
Yeah,
got the
Skulls and
pus.
because we're the frontline fighters, we are covered in pus.
If there can be like a corner that we can move off to where it'll drop off and be relatively, we can bury it or something. Dig a quick hole with the end of the pickaxe and stand over it to drop it off into that.
You guys want me to give you a shower, basically.
Desperately, yes.
Please.
All right. So if Inqua, if you watch out the one area that people can come through,
Absolutely.
then I will help clean everybody off.
While DJ is cleaning the other two, Ink was actually, because from what we understood, just really quick before you start that, DJ, there was nothing in the other cavern. There was only one way in, and there was nowhere else.
The one I just came from with the one way
Perfect.
in, this one, no
Awesome.
other way out.
Ink was going to grab Winley and then wants to kind of go over there to start stocking up on the silver.
Okay.
If Winley wants.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I can still see in the dark, so I'll be able to wash you guys off. I'll wax on, wax off.
And I can light more than one thing.
Oh, well, that would be cool.
Yes. This
That would help them.
silver.
Yeah. So I'll light like a few rocks just so we have some good ambient light.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good.
So as you two, as the other three are taking their shower first, gonna have to wait, you want to make sure the water's nice and hot. You guys go into the larger cave that DJ described, and now with your light you can see it is similar to the one that you just came from, but on a larger scale. There is silver veins running through. There is chunks of rock with bits of silver that is solidified a bit more, kind of jutting out. And you do see a few barrels around, most of them with lids off. And as you look, there's not a lot of silver, not like a whole barrel had been stoppered and put together, but maybe altogether, maybe one barrel full
Good
across
amount.
the barrels.
Well, let's start harvesting some silver bullets, so to speak. But then also, Inkle wants to walk over to the boarded up area and examine it. Is there a hole in the boarded upness to put a hand to feel if there's a draft or airflow?
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Winley, what's your investigation modifier? I mean,
Decent.
Or what?
Maybe we should both look at this. What do you?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
That's both.
Okay, so either or both of you roll, or one with advantage.
Let's have Winley roll and see if she can feel airflow for us.
Okay. It's 12.
You look about and you try and see anything. You're trying to feel around, and you have your light there. But as you look around, very solidly this thing, it wasn't a haphazard job. It has been one large slat, pop, 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 another large slat, pop, 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 at least from what you can see. You don't know how thick it is on the other side, but it has been slowly boarded up in a uniform fashion.
It's almost like they were trying to keep something out.
Or keep things in.
But it's boarded from this side, though.
Excuse me. So the boarding, so you can see the support beams. The boarding has been towards you. So the nails would be technically towards you.
As if, so like the,
So
people on
the other side.
Yeah, the other side.
Oh, yes, keeping something in then.
Can I try to pop out a nail if I see something to create a little hole, or use the dagger that I have to try and whittle some type of little hole through this?
You begin to whittle. And about a good 5 minutes in, you finally make it to the other side, and you're able to ascertain that the board is about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick.
Okay.
And you look through the hole. It's another tunnelway that, let me look at the other map, that quickly curves to the left, but you can just see the faintest glow of light.
Do we recognize it as daylight?
Torchlight.
Torchlight. Tiana. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you see?
He'll hoist her up to look through the hole as well. And it's like, I think we may have more trouble this way, unfortunately. I was hoping that we could feel some kind of draft to get up or to get out, but in looking at so we're just gonna, and he'll take some like dirt and like spit something and then kind of cover up the little hole so that none of our light can get through that. And then
don't need dirt. You got shit on you.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Maybe we can get cleaned off now too.
Let's head back. But after collecting as many silver bullets or whatever as we can.
Yeah, I mean, like, you guys can carry a bit. You could also, however you'd like, yeah, you can carry quite a bit. But it's a lot of loose, smaller bits where you kind of just like if you were trying to create a little bunch of pebbles, you're going to lose some on the wall.
I start
just
singing,
take the whole barrel?
roll out the barrel.
Can we just roll the whole barrel?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you can take one of the barrels and you can pop it back in. If you want, so the other ones are kind of distributed. If you wanted to get like that one full barrel, you would have to go.
Well, I mean, yeah, why not? I've seen Tim. I mean, I think nothing can get in. Yeah.
Have we blocked off the entrance yet, though?
Oh, the other way.
Let's take some handfuls for now, and then we can, once we get
and we'll
ourselves
report
prepared.
what we saw, and then I'm sure someone has a better idea.
Yeah.
As we like link arms and skip through the. Yeah.
Aw, the two kids.
Don't forget, Inkwell's the same age as you.
I know. He acts like a kid.
He's not yet. Perpetually
They're
young.
Winley and Tim. They're both 19.
Tim is 19.
Oh, Tim's a kid.
He's an old soul.
Oh my gosh.
You're both like, wait, what?
This has shattered my illusion of. Okay, cool.
Nick was having an existential crisis.
It's why he needs a mom, right?
You know, I can never
Well,
tell
and-
with these humans and what they all. I don't know, man.
Wow.
So you two make your way back, and you see for the first time in a couple days a clean Isolt, a clean Tim, a clean Darjan. Do you clean Winton as well?
Oh yeah, Winton's there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I forgot about him too.
Unless he doesn't want to be clean because he seems to be like thinking they can't get him.
I have been in shit for the past 3 weeks. Get it off me now.
Yeah. And Winley sees the whole group so clean, and she like rushes to Darjan. Darjan,
Pushes
please.
Winton out of the way.
Just push a clean Winton, and your hands touch him, and he's like, could you, before you get her, would you mind that? Thank you. And it flakes off. And as you begin to clean off Winley, for the first time, you all get to see Winton as he normally is. And as mentioned before, he was probably a dwarf of a bit of stature, literally. And being 3 weeks surviving off of the blood of rats and their meat, his skin hangs a bit off of him. And the muscle has not necessarily atrophied because he has been able to maintain some movement, but he's not the bulky kind of dwarf anymore. He's a bit more of where the skin is not hanging, more of a toned dwarf. And you can see a bit of a reddish beard with some specks of gray tinging near the roots areas. And largely bald, kind of got more of a, what's it called? The Vicini haircut from
Princess Bride.
From Princess Bride. And yeah, and then he has his arm that's cut off on the right side that has been healed by Winley. And since Winley is busy, you all have passive perception of 14. Those who are looking at Winton for the first time, he is clean, can notice a bit of a tattoo that has been kind of half cleaved off. And it looks a little bit like could have been a tooth at one point, but gets severed off at a tooth. But it gets kind of severed off at the cut point.
Does that look like a marking that I've seen for any group that I've come across before?
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
While you're inquiring as to that, did you all
14.
find any large rocks in the other room?
Not large, but we do have. And then I'll show everyone all of the.
Yeah, those aren't going to fill the hole.
That is a good bit of silver, though.
Oh, I was thinking more for slingamerangs.
Yeah.
Slingamerangs?
I know, gosh, I don't know.
Killing were rats.
Metagame and Matt is tired. Exactly. You know what I mean.
Metagame Tiana is also tired. I rolled a 14 on the history check.
Okay. It's tickling the edge of your mind.
Okay.
You have a feeling if you were able to see the full thing, but you can't quite get it, but it's tickling the edge.
I think Winley sees like Isolde looking at the tattoo and kind of like with trying to guess what it is, and Winley just says, "Winton, what's that tattoo of?"
Oh, as used to be a fang, and marks those of my family.
A fang. Does that put any of the pieces together in my head?
Much more. It is usually you associate fangs with like snakes or canine, or snakes, not canines, but like snakes, dragons. And
It's a badger fang.
Badger.
We killed the god earlier.
Oh no.
The fang, you can't quite remember which grouping uses that motif. But there's a grouping that does, and it's annoying that you quite can't.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember it's part of a grouping from somewhere.
Okay, I'll look at Winton and be like, I recognize it, but I can't put I can't remember why I recognize it, and it's going to drive me crazy. Where is it from?
It's just one of my basically the family that it's just a family tattoo per se. So that way when we're walking in and about, we're like, hey, you're a shield striker, aren't you? Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving.
Is that the family name?
That's his name, Winton Shield Striker.
Right. But that's not what I associate it with.
It is not.
It's from the family.
What's the family?
That's not what I associate that tattoo with, but well.
Well, I'm going to go check the other room for larger rocks to get
And
filled
and
up.
Inkwell, let me get you all.
Yep.
Uncrapped. Mhm.
Uncrapped.
Thank you.
As you leave, Tim, you get to see out of the corner of your eye just flecks of the poop that has been off of Inkwell, and they just kind of dematerialize into space. The horns give a little bit of a sparkle.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
No, maybe it's DJ.
Maybe it's DJ.
Winley's hair is back to being a bit more lush and poof compared to being matted down.
Yeah.
As you leave, Tim, you enter the room and you realize, oh wait, no, you have your stone. You have a stone.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah, I'm not. It's dark.
I'm gonna go find larger rocks.
Yeah, and
He's 19. He would do it. He's 19. You know.
He's an old 19 though. So
He's a seen stuff 19 and won't go into a room that he can't see into.
Yes.
and I'll go with him to help
go
carry.
in there and quite easily are able to find a good collection of rocks that are loose from and as you examine the walls, mining that has happened here, carving into the deeper into the cave.
Yep.
Me up, Tim.
We will carry some rocks.
And just in case, I will have told everyone going back in about what me and Winley saw through the hole, in case Isolt and Tim want to do anything in there right now as well. In
I'm
regards
going to stealth carry some rocks.
Should we go?
And I would have done exactly what I, the player, did when it's like light. Oh, torchlight.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Should we go see what was in those crates on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
The food? Yes, I'm not there, but you should.
No, when they come back, I don't want to just leave this
Sure,
empty
sure.
area.
Yeah.
So
So
we'll come back
yes.
carrying like armfuls of rocks.
Yeah.
No, Tim would be expecting Inqua to have prepared a 3-course meal in the time that he...
Well, as you guys are stuffing the tunnel.
There you go. Yeah. If you guys are stuffing the tunnel, we'll go check out kitchen.
There we
and
go.
the pots.
There you go.
Off the tunnel, DJ standing at the entrance to make sure nothing comes out of that hole. You two head over to what is, as Winton joins you, and it's like, this is a welcome sight. And as you three can see, it's 4 bunk beds, a table, and now that you have light, you can see some bread in one of the dishes that has fuzzed completely over. You can see a bit of dry meat there, and I don't know if you've let jerky kind of just sit out for a while, but it kind of develops like that little bit of a white, I wouldn't say mold, but like kind of like a congealing fat or something. Just kind of like layer on top. But that's what you see on the plates currently.
There are no cupboard shelves, nothing in this particular room.
Yeah, not in this room, but as you go into the room that DJ also mentioned, you see several barrels, you see a couple crates, and you also see some shelves.
Winton, did you used to stay down here?
Oh, not me. This was more of the Silver Boys area. I mainly stayed over in the Cold Iron part of the camp. But I visited here a couple times, and it's a little nostalgic, even though it's only been about 4 weeks, maybe.
That's a long 4 weeks, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's check out what's in these barrels and crates.
Mm-hmm.
And you look through some of the crates, and you find salted meat. You find some grains. Very survival provisions in there. You look through some of the pots, you find some salt, you find some pepper.
Oh,
Nothing that
Spices.
would be something you can make a substantial meal with. It is very survival, hard based.
Oh, I beg to differ, God. We're going to make ourselves. If I see what do I see? Grains, salted pork, salt, pepper.
Salt,
Nice
pepper.
risotto going.
Mhm.
Exactly. I was going. That can make kind of like a makeshift polenta, some kind of risotto.
And you crack one of the barrels, and this one's a little harder to jimmy. Some of the wood is kind of swollen a bit. And you're like, what the? And you crack it open, and you see just water.
Ooh.
And are there like cups, cutlery? I know you said there were pans earlier and pots.
Some
is
very
there-
basic wooden plates, some leather cups.
Ink was going to get to work. He's going to start creating some type. Because is this also a kitchen? Is there like a space for?
There is no kitchen.
There's no kitchen. Okay. Wendy, will you help me create a little fire here in the corner?
Sure. Wait, do we have, are there supplies to start a fire?
I was going to go break down a chair.
Oh.
But I mean, and quietly, not like,
Yeah.
You
I
can always go to
don't
Crate
have
and
the
Barrel.
ability to create
right.
a light or flame or anything.
Oh.
As meditation.
Wait, none of them are there for. But you two begin to dismantle the chair. It ain't IKEA. It ain't coming apart easily, but there's some cracks and snaps that you do have to get through just from the breaking process, but you make a bit of a lumber there.
Yeah, he's going to start making some food. If someone can no one create a fire in our group?
Tim,
DJ's just like,
Yeah,
Like,
Darjan did like,
yes.
Darjan, do you mind?
Can make sure somebody watches this hole.
is it full by now? I mean,
Well,
they've
I mean,
been
in the
back-
meantime, Tim and Isolt have been.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It's
All right.
it's pretty well bouldered in.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, then I'm happy. All right, let's go.
So, yeah, 6 of you arrive within the room, and DJ just sets a flame, and using some flat rocks that you find, you're able to create. Roll me just a survival check.
Should we be wasting fire on this instead of silver?
Tim, don't bother me right now.
It's we've got more. We've got more wood here. There's barrels and crates. We're good.
15.
After everything that we've been through, we have a plethora of supplies right now. I think we're
I'm
fine.
gonna get a cup of water and rinse the rat blood out of my mouth.
Is there any water?
Oh,
We have a barrel.
There's one, yeah, right around the corner. There's a
Barrel
barrel.
Boil
water?
it? Should we boil it? Should we boil it?
Oh,
Or I can see if I can.
boiling it would probably be a good idea just to be safe.
Sure.
Because I don't think Winley has purified food and water prepared.
No.
Tim drinks a mouthful of the water. He doesn't care.
Yep.
It can't be worse than what
Guzzle it down.
he's already been covered with.
It is.
Hopefully you don't experience
Yes.
Mascani's revenge.
Otherwise known as diarrhea.
I love you, Winley.
The diarrhea. Yes, be careful.
Greater abyssal diarrhea.
I thought we were done with the poop now.
It remains. It remains.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
poop of
dear.
minds.
I'm sorry, James was trying to say something. He was
Oh, he is.
For like 5 minutes, he has been, right?
How many pun things did we get for that?
Inspiration.
Don't they punish us for that? Doesn't that go to the GM?
Is Winton just staring at us like, what are they talking about?
The fact that you're beginning to cook Inkwa has given him a bit of a vigor to him, a little bit different vigor than what his battle vigor is, but he is very much be like, never thought to use that with jerky. Meanwhile, on the other side, Tim, this is the best damn water you have ever tasted.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, all the diarrhea jokes aside, Tim is not stopping.
I can't say as I blame you, and I don't know if we have a pot. Do we have a pot or anything to try and boil the water?
Are there how many pots? Yeah, you said there were pots.
No, I said I did not say pots. I said flat rocks.
I thought you said pots.
When I came in the first
Chat,
time,
let us know. Chat, let us know.
Okay, well, I will say this: as a level 3 paladin, I'm immune to disease, so I'm also going to start drinking the water.
But in actuality,
I will say this: I did say pots. I meant like these kind of pots where you like put stuff in. But
we can clean out a barrel, pour
Yes.
water into it, heat up a rock in the fire, put the rock in to boil the water.
There
Wow,
we go.
smart for a 19-year-old.
Well, actually, Inko would probably know that, and Tim wouldn't. But
no, Tim, we've had to do a lot of things out on the out
And
about.
that's something Assault would probably also know. And just be like,
Oh, yeah.
why does it
survival techniques that this group has a good basis for them.
Yeah.
And for the first time in a few days, you all have a pretty decent meal based off of just hard stuff and some water.
Yeah, well, it's his variation of salt and pepper pork chops, but with salted pork. So it's going to be that. It's literally water, pepper, salt, and pork.
It's hot food, and it's water, and it's not being covered in rat shit.
we're
I
soaking
am
some of the grain
content.
to get that edible, right?
What was that?
If we're soaking some of the grain.
He's
we could-
making
we
the
could
grain.
even- If we're waiting, after that, we could follow up with grinding that down, cooking that on the rocks, making like little flatbreads.
Look at you, Tim. You surprise me all the time. Whack him on the back.
I will say, Darjon, at any point did you just look in the storage for deeper beyond just looking?
Yes.
You do find in one of the shelves just tiny little pot kind of just tucked away behind some other stuff.
Cool. Yes, as they were kind of,
You pull it out and you open the top and you look in and there's a bit of a viscous liquid in there.
Okay. Now that I'm clean, I can smell better, right?
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Ooh. This is not a jar. This is a pot. So
Yeah, a little tiny pot with a little lid on top.
Yeah. Oh, Inqua could be honey. Smell.
What? He's going to smell.
Smell it. It's honey.
For you, honey.
We can make honey flatbreads.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we're getting so excited about this.
Oh my god.
High five. High five. Poof.
The night we
And then that slap reverberates throughout the entire dungeon.
Oh. So one thing I want to do though is I have created my song for Isolt's great thing. I want to do the song when we have our dinner. We have dinner theater. Can we do it?
Absolutely. Let's
Yes.
keep it a secret. We'll keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Okay. So then Inqua's going to get hard to work to start making those honey flatbreads a la Tim.
So pork chops or salted pork turned into like little medallions. Inqua's refined enough. Does some medallions. There's some flatbread. A little bit of coating of honey on top, and everybody with a nice cup of water. The table, you did take one of the chairs to break it apart and make your little fire there, but you still have 3 chairs and the rest of the area and the beds as well, and you all kind of nestle in and find your own spot to eat and just enjoy some untense silence for a bit as you eat together.
This is amazing, Inqua.
So
I haven't tasted anything this good in a long time.
My entire life.
There's something about food eaten after hardship when you've been through the shit. Sometimes very literally.
Literally.
Yeah.
Sometimes very literally, sometimes more figurative. There's nothing quite like it, and you did
Yes.
well, Inqua.
So-
Thank you.
I really
And
want.
for that marvelous. Excuse me.
I was gonna say I just want to say thank you to all of you for respecting and understanding what Bessie meant to me, and I really do. I know it's been a crazy past few hours, but I feel like this food and the friendship is reinvigorating me, and I just think we should all have a toast to each other, and so I can say farewell to Bessie, and we'll hold up this cup of water.
And so we'll hold up her cup to friends new and old, to those that are with us now and those that we will see when we pass beyond.
To the best, most beautiful horse, and to my beautiful friends as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Huzzah. Huzzah.
Cheers to that.
DJ, did you want to do what you were gonna do?
Friends, I feel invigorated, and I have something for you. Isolde, this is for you.
Hey.
Your rage is like a tidal wave swimming over our heads, frowning at your nemesis. They're better off dead. You're the right kind of swinger to release the innards of the Rat King, a paladin of LaRue, and you know what you are sworn to be. You're a rat killer, blood spiller, king breaker. Don't you mess around with her. She's a rat killer, blood spiller, king breaker. Don't you mess around. No.
Air clapping. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Thank you. I can't say as I've ever had a song written about me.
There you go.
Thank you. Ah.
Yes. And for that excellent meal, the Apollyon gives 500 bits to Inqua.
Oh, JP, thank you.
Thank you.
Can I retroactively have done something?
Go ahead.
Considering that the fire's being used, I would have wanted to have dropped one of the nuggets of silver in there, just to see, like, when the fire dies down, if we can get that between a rock and work it at all.
Okay, let me.
Just to figure out what we're working with here.
How hot can wood fire get? 1100. Okay. Not some metals. Okay. So you drop it as you continue to eat, and from the corner of your eye, Tim, you notice that at some point the fire begins to go down a bit, and you look over and you have to kind of fish it out. I would say you find a smart way to do it, unless you just go
Dagger, and I guess I've got the flat end of the pick, so I try and scrape it onto that, get it onto a rock, and then get another rock. And does Wynton know anything about smithing? Does anyone here know anything about smithing? Gentle taps?
Yeah.
Taps? I'll start with the gentle tap.
Whack it. No.
I'll start with the gentle, and I'll move up.
So you do just like a...
No, I'll probably do like tap, 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 tap to see if like repeated pressure does anything. And then if that doesn't do anything, I'll move into like harder taps that are more regular, and bam.
As you do, the other five begin to notice that you're making more noise as you begin to tap away, engrossed in your activity. And I would say right around the higher strength strikes, it begins to flatten a bit. The fire was not hot enough to get it to a place of really workability. But you could, probably with more sufficient tools, work it better in a cooler environment. But with just a rock and another rock, it's not as putty as you would hope.
Yeah. Well, this was just an exploratory seeing what we're working with.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like it melted enough to be able to like make it liquid to pour it into something. It just, yeah. It's too bad. Good working though, Tim.
We left it in the fire longer. Do you think that would make a difference? Or is there just a certain point that it won't go any further?
I think we need, if I had something better to work it with, but then there's the problem of sound.
Well, for whatever it's worth, there was mold and the gelatin around the hardtack and the bread. It doesn't look like anyone's been down here in a while.
Yeah, all the dust and stuff in here too.
So we may have been fortunate enough, and I am leery of trusting luck, but we may have been fortunate enough to have found a corner that is relatively safe. And I do use the word relatively very carefully.
Can I ask, James, when, this is also retroactive, when looking, because in the room we just were in, there was the giant hole, there was the way that the three of them and Mordecai came out of before they went down into the hole. Mm-hmm. In the way that we've kind of rearranged ourselves, we went out through that corridor, we walked into that big like cavernous room, and then the door in the far side, looking through it, did it curve? Would I, Ranger, know if that led towards that, in that same direction of that past corridor that they first came? Got it. Okay.
Can we think of anything that we could use as a better hammer?
Let's see.
Do we want to explore a little bit more in this area and see if there are any other tools?
I think that's probably...
We can put everything in a pile. When can I take a nap?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that it would be wise to use this space that we have and get some rest.
I agree.
I mean, set watches, of course, but I think we need some sleep, some proper sleep.
I'll take first watch.
Well, how bad are you, Tim?
I just want to get a solid amount of sleep, so I either want to take first or last.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. I'll take second. You can wake me.
After 4 hours, and come after you.
All right.
But now I'll go last because I feel great.
Getting some good food in us.
Mm-hmm.
There is the problem of light, though, and we don't want to be waking up Winley each hour to renew that. And we also don't want to be burning what precious fuel we have. I mean, I can sit by the tunnel in the dark, and I should be able to make my way back down here. Are there any candles?
Yeah, what's further down that corridor? Because I know you said that there was another way out of where Darjan first went, where they went. Didn't you say there's a further down?
Well,
that's what the honey was, right?
I could just...
That's the storage area with the food.
Yeah.
And then it ends there. It doesn't go further?
Yeah, that's it.
Got it. Sorry, I thought it went further.
No.
What were you saying, Winley?
Yeah, what was it?
I mean, I could just take the second watch instead, because then I could set a light right before first watch and then relight it during my second watch. And then Darjan has dark vision.
But light only lasts an hour, right? So
yeah.
Someone's going to be taking half their watch in the dark anyways.
Oh, because we're doing 2 hours. Right.
I mean, we are cloistered off enough here, and it is very quiet around here. We may be able to work off of sound rather than necessarily having to be able to see. And if we hear something that sounds suspicious, we're gonna wake everyone else up anyway.
No, that sounds good.
Salt, if you're on one of the lower bunks, I can feel my way in, go to that bunk, wake you up, trade spots.
Yeah, I'll show you exactly which bunk I'll be in.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's get some rest, friends.
You see that Winton has already claimed one of the lower ones.
I'll grab the other lower one then.
Okay. There are still 2 unoccupied bunk beds as you distribute yourselves.
We have unused padded armor that we can make a little nest out of.
And I would be willing to sit up against a wall and do my meditation.
Inqua doesn't trust a dwarven bed frame to hold his weight, so he'll also lean up against with padding and stuff, just against a wall.
And Winley didn't wait. She already kind of scurried up to one of the top bunks. She's just excited to be on a top bunk bed. She thinks they're fun.
Aww.
Bunk beds are great.
Yeah. And she's, of course, sharing a bunk bed with Izzy.
Of course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That you'll be sharing with Tim in 2 hours.
I will. She'll be dead asleep by then.
And snoring.
Yes.
So, all of you find your way to sleep. Tim's taking the first watch. Where do you station yourself, Tim?
I'm going to be along the pile of rocks that are filling up the hole.
Okay.
And I'll be on the side of that closest to the kitchen bunk area.
Okay. So you go out, and in about 45 minutes into your watch, the light goes, and you are in darkness. And you just have your ears to reach out into the world. You smell, it's dusty in here, kind of dry, but nothing really, it's nothing. And it's an eerily comforting feeling to just be, all you can feel is the rock behind your back and underneath your feet. You stand there in the darkness listening. And you guesstimate 2 hours have passed, and nothing happens.
Right. I will stumble blindly, use my hands against the wall to find Salt's bunk and try not to accidentally pick her nose when I wake her up.
Salt, you kind of feel your bed shift a bit as you feel a hand kind of begin to shake your shoulder.
Salt, watch.
I'm awake.
Oh, good.
And I'll shift out of the bunk and give him enough room to slide into it.
Mm-hmm.
And feel my way back toward the area where I know he was keeping watch, because that seemed like a good central area, and find a rock to sit down on.
Mm-hmm. You breathe in a similar air. It's a serene experience, not necessarily having to have any stimulus assault the eyes or the ears, really. You look about. There's darkness. And good 15 minutes pass, 30, an hour, and your 2 hours pass without incident.
And in the midst of those 2 hours, I would have taken the time to not like step away mentally, but like meditate and send a prayer out for our safety and ability to get out of here.
Okay.
For guidance, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. And you send that out, and all of the response that you get is the environment around you.
Which, I mean, faith.
But you head back in.
Mm-hmm.
DJ, was kind of stationed against the wall to your right. So you just kind of walk around, and then your feet are the first thing that meet them.
No, like trip a little, catch myself on the wall. Sorry, Darjan.
All right. Sleep well.
Thank you. I'll try to remember which, because Winley and I have bunked together before. So if I can remember which bunk she's in, I'll crawl in there with her.
You know that the make of these, they're not badly made. They're just smaller.
Come on, they're not IKEA, and IKEA can handle over 300 pounds.
Oh, not that it's gonna break, but you get in similar. You have to climb the ladder to meet up with Winley, and Winley's kind of takes up most of the space.
Yeah, she sleeps starfish.
Oh no, I'm well accustomed to that, and I would be able to just like roll her a little bit and curl up on my side.
Even then, Winley is taking out a good 3/4 of this space. Just even in a fetal position, if you want to just kind of like saddle up in there.
Just like, hey, guess what? We're cuddling. Deal with it.
Yep. So yeah, saddle up in there, and it's tight, but eventually you find sleep. Darjan, a different experience for you. You actually get to see, even though it's in grayscale, the walls, you can see just the tracings. They no longer glitter, but they make the most interesting geometric patterns as they kind of just trace along. The lines just leading off in different ways. And eventually your mind kind of, without any other stimulus coming at you, you just kind of follow the paths as they go around.
Walking around inside there. I'm not going to sit because I already did that. So
Sitting is so 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
But yours passes without incident as well.
And I'm not finding anything like I'm not saying, oh, pareidolia, there's a face in the wall, or do I get any of that kind of thing, or is it just more of a mass?
More of just roll me a perception check.
Cool. Oh, now I roll the 20.
In the dark.
In the dark, you're looking around,
looking for something in the atmosphere of a cave.
You look around and you see some of the veins just kind of collide, and then they make an interesting shape, and you're like, that's a dolphin. That one is easily an avant-garde piece of Winley. I see the eyes doing this, but the hair and the essence of Winley is there.
Oh, I'll have to show her later. She'll love it.
But with your imagination and what you see in the lines, you can see different things.
Oh, yes. I can get almost everybody's face.
Yep. You're able to find it in different configurations. What is the card you drew?
This card may be handed to the GM at any time for the following benefit. You deal maximum damage on this attack.
Nice.
Ooh.
Save that for the paladin.
Save that for Divine Smite.
Gonna walk up to this. Where at? With my tiny little knife. Inkwell.
That kid.
Did Winley go? She did.
Winley, Winley wasn't going to take a watch. That was when we were talking about how to do the light situation.
Gotcha. Cool. Gotcha. Yes.
Inkwell.
Yes.
It's a little difficult to find sleep. despite having had a wondrous meal and have said goodbyes to Bessie, it is still pretty recent. And you have to kind of shoulder up against the wall to find a position, and you swear it must be a rock. No, it's not a rock. But you find a position eventually. And the darkness takes you as you enter sleep. As you lay there in the darkness, you see just the faintest bit of light off in the horizon.
Approach it.
You begin to approach, and in a very similar fashion to, you don't know how many days it's been, but you just get shunted forward. And the light, just for a moment, you're kind of blinded by the sudden rush of color that passes by, and you have to blink a bit, and you seem to be in a large kind of study. You see some bookshelves. You see a bit of a firelight over there and two large back chairs aimed at the firelight. And you can see just the faintest bit of a shoulder as it flips a page.
Approach.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like dreams.
You approach and you round the side of this tall back chair, and you see a dragonborn. It's kind of got spectacles a little bit lower down on the snout, has a similar ridged crown piece with the horns that jut back, and flickering back from the firelight. Different from yours. Green eyes, but they're focused on the page as they flip and look down. Finally turn to notice you. Ah, Sheridan, sit.
Do I recognize the voice and who this is?
The voice is different. Because it has been quite some time. But the eyes, the look, very reminiscent of a much aged brother of yours.
He'll sit, but not enjoying this moment.
Mm-hmm. Kind of has his legs crossed, and compared to you, he's a lot less broad. But he still has a lot of muscle on him. But it's a little bit hidden within the loose robes that he's wearing. And he sits a little bit taller than you. And he flips a page. Seems your sleep schedule is irregular, brother. Hard time bending when you are asleep.
What did he say?
Hard time pinning when you're asleep.
Oh. What?
Oh, you are asleep right now, but it seems to be the best way of contact. We can have longer conversations.
I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Well, until you awake, you are here.
What do you want?
Well, closes the book. I'm curious. What is with this irregular sleep? I'm curious.
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I mean, not this dream you're having, but having to pinpoint when you are sleeping, it is irregular.
Yeah. I'm caught up with something right now.
Would it happen to be crying when a beast of burden dies? Or being felled by mere rats? That is what's keeping you up at night.
How do you know this? What are you?
We were watching. What, do you think you could just run off? And we would not keep tabs on one of the Jabors?
I do not associate with that name anymore.
Well, that is unfortunate because it is what you carry with you. You are an embarrassment, crying over a horse, being felled by rats. One of the Jabors would easily take down every single one of them. But no, you trounce and flaunt about in the forest with your bow. At least you can hit some squirrels.
He's going to look directly into his eyes and just... You know what, brother? The people I am with now and the beast that I have just lost have shown me more compassion and love than you and our father ever did. So I am not coming back, and you can watch me all you want. But I am done. I am not a Jabor, and my name is not Sheridan. It's Inqua. And I'll have you address me as such from now on if you feel like invading my dreams.
Well, I would advise you to watch your tone, as you are speaking to the head of the Java household at the moment. But, as you said, you are not coming back. But, in our father's fever, he is wishing for his Sheridan to return. I think it is unwise, but he wishes it nonetheless. So I have a simple task for you. Something of your ilk can easily accomplish. From where you are in this mountain range, you shall head west. You will find a tower. Within that tower, there is a green glow. You will find this owner of the green glow, and you will end his life. His name is Merkaroth. Typhon believes his time is at an end. I could easily go over there, but since you are so near, I strongly advise you go take care of him for me.
And if I refuse?
I will come for you personally and rip you from your little dream. Oh, looks like one of your friends is coming. Seems this conversation has ended a bit shortly. Again, your sleep schedule is hard to pin. But I look forward to seeing you soon, brother.
Inqua's going to get up, bare his talons, and walk between the two chairs that were set up and slash at his face as he walks by and just leaves. He's getting out of there.
You slash at his face and it just kind of does like a ethereal gaseous white.
I knew it. I was hoping they'd get him, sock him in the face.
That just kind of reforms. You do need to watch your temper if you are to help lead the Jabba household in a few days. And then at that time, you feel sleep end as you awake from a less than stellar dream. But that's where we're going to take our break, folks. Thank you so much for joining us at this point. I believe we are doing the giveaway soon we're going to do the drawing for it. So type in that hashtag chaos into the chat only once or you will be disqualified. We are rolling for a Dragon of Ice.
An essentials kit.
Essentials kit right there. Look at that. You can have your own fun too, just like we do here. It comes with a lot of great stuff. The adventure module, some dice, and a lot of neat things that can not only help you start off your first adventure, but if you've already done adventuring before, give a lot of inspiration for your own additions to your world within the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, I gave that to my nephew for Christmas last year, and he is still all over it.
Aww.
Nice.
It's been a lot of fun running this campaign, and this one provides a lot of great stuff. But we will continue that adventure, and we will see who wins that Essentials kit after the break. Until then, go pee in your respective bathrooms, and see you then. Welcome back, folks. Let me reach for my water there. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you. Yes. Marcy's my cabinet right here. Just took my water there. Yes, hi, folks. So as you can see, we haven't exactly drawn the giveaway yet because Nightbot crashed. If you type in #chaos once more, please just do that right now for if you would like to win the Dragon of Icespire Peak Essentials kit. Yes, it crashed, so all the entries were lost. So just do it once or you will be disqualified. And we will draw it in about 5 to 10 minutes. As you have to be present to win. Hopefully everybody who entered is here currently. So just do the #chaos in the chat right now. Thank you so very much. Also, thank you to Domingo Tora for keeping the party alive. Yay!
With 500 bits?
500 bits. Yeah. Words.
Numbers.
Numbers and words? No one can do that.
Words are good. Numbers.
I mean, once they started introducing that in the advanced calculus, I was like, sorry, what? We got to use letters now?
That wasn't even calculus. That was straight up algebra.
Yeah.
Wait, it's an X? What's the X mean?
Stop asking me to find your X. She isn't coming back.
Never had an X, so there. Single for 25 years.
Oh.
Mood though.
Let's roleplay you.
Awe me. Don't awe me.
Don't arm
me. I have sufficiently shook off that really gross character, so let's get back into it, shall we?
Thank goodness. Let's do this.
So, everyone asleep, except for Darjan, who's been kind of tracing the lines with the silver veins that are going throughout the cave. They notice that, it's been about 2 hours. And as you approach, the next person to wake for watch is Inqua. You can see him just kind of futzing in his sleep.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, buddy. It's time to wake up. I shake his shoulder.
Inqua's gonna kind of reach out his right hand because as he was slashing, he's not gonna slash at her, but he is gonna kind of like reach out and grab their shoulder, Darjan's shoulder. He's like,
oh, another dream.
Darjan. It was my brother.
Oh God, not again. Dude, you can't do anything about it?
Apparently he sees us. He can see us. He can see me at all times. And my father is sick and he wants me to murder someone or else he's going to come after us. And
wait, your dad wants you to murder someone because he's sick? What?
I don't. It's complicated. I just.
I'm. Wow. Do you need to rest more?
No, I do not want to go back to sleep because I do not want to see him again. But
well, I'll stay with you and maybe we can start making food or something.
Yeah. I'll prep some porridge.
All right. I'll go back out and wander around and make sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Sorry, buddy. I wish there was something I could think of. I'll think if there's something that we could do.
Thank you, Darjan. Just don't tell anyone else yet. I will tell them when the time comes, I suppose.
I'll take the cue from you.
Okay. I was gonna walk and start prepping porridge from the grain from last night, the leftover grain.
Yeah, you're able to, with a quick press the dig from Darjan, start up a fire again. What are you using for fire though, or fuel?
He's gonna break another chair.
Weren't there crates or something there?
There are some crates that contain some of the some of the storage stuff.
I feel like crates could be turned into more useful things. Chairs, probably not so much. So he's gonna kind of break down the chair.
All right. You break down the chair, and Isolt, Tim, you do hear that.
No. What are you doing? We need that.
Huh? What? He's still kind of out of it from his psycho dream, multi-dimensional plane conversation with his brother. So he's a look at Tim. I'm making breakfast. What?
Wait until, don't start a fire until we can put silver in and look if we have tools. Wait for there to be light.
Well, light of a sort.
Light.
You hear from the other top bunk, it's low grumbling voice.
Winley, you do begin to feel a bit of shifting around next to your body.
Woke everyone up trying to break down a chair.
Loud.
Probably should have done this. No, Cavern would have echoed. Okay, he's gonna. Okay, you know what? I'll just soak the grain for now. You guys go back to sleep. I will watch for 2 hours. I apologize.
Since Winley's awake, what's going on down there?
They're talking about fire. Go back to sleep.
Talking about fire. Sleep. Yeah.
Curl back up. Go back to sleep.
Darjan, are you staying up? Or are you going back to sleep?
I'm staying up, but I'm going to come back and forth because somebody's got to watch.
Sure. Within like when everyone does drift back off, Ink was going to share the entire dream with DJ, like all the details and stuff, so he doesn't have to remember it. But also so someone else knows it as well. But yeah, in its entirety to the detail.
Yeah, he tells you about a library architecture that is very familiar to him, but foreign to you. It's got a more column-based architecture. But this one had a fireplace as well. And it's a interesting story that Inkwaz told you.
Yeah, no, it's. I'm sorry about your dad.
I'm not. He was a horrible, horrible person. Look, I'm gonna go for a walk. Inkwood wants to go into the cavern with the exit, what he assumes is an exit, and just kind of hang out in there with within the first hour, because I know that the stone will diminish. But
you have no light.
I thought Winley. That's right.
Yeah, I'm no light.
Yeah, he'll head in there. Not all the way to the door, but just kind of like in there in the silence and just kind of sit there.
Yeah. Find yourself in the silence, and it's a different feeling knowing that the cavern ceiling is a good 30 feet above you versus the 15 or so behind. So it feels a little less comfy. But in the darkness, it feels almost endless. But your watch passes, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 watches. Everybody has had their sufficient amount of sleep.
Whee!
For a long rest.
Holla frackin'
And the darkness of the cave greets you. You don't know what time it is, but you feel rested.
Now we figure out this nonsense. Look for tools.
I guess it depends on what our goal is. Are we being careful or are we pushing?
I mean, we just need weapons, anything. If we could just get some of this silver sharp, put the pointy end on something else.
Or make a silver dagger of sorts out of what we have.
I mean, I'd love if we could get a decent coating to your axe.
I would love that, but we would need to get the silver fairly liquid, I think, for that.
Or if we could hammer it thin enough and fold it around. God, Tim wouldn't know to use a flux, but
A what?
a flux.
I might know what you're talking about,
term.
but I haven't run across it.
Yeah, it's a forging term.
Okay.
Yeah. Or yeah. I personally learned about it doing stained glass, but as you do.
And people say I'm a Renaissance person, man.
But yeah, tools will look.
Sorry.
What? Who's doing what?
You cut out, and so you went.
Yeah, I was kind of like.
That was epic.
It was really good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry,
Everyone looks at Tim like, Tim, are you okay?
Right, man?
Yes, it sounded like you were being fried.
It's amazing.
All right. Yes. Do we want to do a little bit more exploration, ranging out from here, ranging a little further down the tunnels, and see if we can spot where the dust stops, basically? Or do we need to go back, or do we need to go through the boarded up area?
I might suggest they wouldn't expect us to come through this boarded up area. If we're silent enough and we can get a large enough way to get in that way.
Are there any, have we found a crowbar around here anywhere?
Well, I was able to make a hole. It is about an inch and a half thick, but I was able to make a hole large enough to look through. So I feel like we might be able to.
I'd like to look around more in the area where we found things, because if there's crates and stuff, there's got to be a crowbar or something or for the barrel to open it up. So I'd love to be able to do some more looking in that area.
Because boring a hole through a board is one thing, but taking it off is entirely another.
I understand.
Although that is a good point. We do have pickaxes, and if we get the flat end, and we might be able to pry it out.
Okay. Well, I just.
Because we can see the nails coming in this way. Pop, 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 pop. It might be easier to remove the boards.
Okay, yeah, no, a pickaxe. We wedge the flat end of the pickaxe between the boards and we rock it, and that'll come out. But before we do that, we need to arm ourselves.
Yeah, I'd hate to break a pickaxe though. So
no, that'll be fine. That's easy.
Okay, all right.
We have tons.
Okay. I do agree, Darjan. I think we should look around, scour, see what was left behind,
and see if we can figure out how to get silver onto at least two of the melee weapons if we can.
I mean, if we're gonna make breakfast, we can.
Oh, it's done. And then he's gonna set down he's already destroyed the chair. So he's lit the fire. DJ helped with the fire. And while you guys were talking about silver this, silver that, and he's
no,
made porridge.
I would have been astutely aware of fire, and we would have gotten some silver into the fire.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Not wasting.
No, we got the silver in the fire too, because we knew you wanted that.
So, I mean, what I can try to do in the meantime is put the silver in and take it out, keep it hot, and try and just get it as flat as possible so we can see if we can fold it around Assault's axe. Okay. I'll try and work on a copper sheet. Does anyone else have anything they want to try with a piece of silver?
That's probably our best option.
Yeah.
Well, I would want something desperately as well. So if anyone can think of anything else.
Well, if there's any way that we can get rid of the outer layer, if we can work the silver a little bit, some of the silver studs, and set them into a chair leg to make a silver club, basically, a silver studded club.
Yes. That's what we were talking about before, is being able to make a mace of some sort.
We were, but
little silver nails, wedge them in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if someone wants to get smaller bits of silver and put them on something and put that in the fire and see if they can work them down, that would be fantastic.
I can work on that. I don't have much in the way of forging ability, but I'm strong.
Now we did have daggers that had silver on them, Winton.
But that comes off as we use it. Rub on, rub off.
Yeah. Mechanically, I would say if you wanted to do it that way, you could rub it off, but that would be an action to rub on. And then when you stab, pull out, you would have to do it again for another action.
Well, at least, I think I have a dagger. If I ever get in a situation, which I don't want to be in, where I'm close enough to something to stab it, I'm going to have one of those. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, we should all silver at least the dagger we have now.
Yes.
And we can all have, I'm assuming we're all going to have bits of silver to re-silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winley's going to try her hand at, working some of this this hot silver. But like her first attempt, you realize she's trying to like make some jewelry. And then you kind of get her back to the task at hand. And then she
I'm assuming
silver knuckles.
When
I figured you're powering up with the new silver LaRue.
Yeah.
I wouldn't interrupt you. I figure you've got a plan.
That would need to be far finer than what we're able to do here.
Oh.
Hey, you never know what you could it could be incredible. It could be a work of little LaRue art.
Okay, here's your porridge. He's gonna set down the porridge in front of everybody with honey over it, and then start. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Inka. And as we're eating and working, Winley says, it's been a tough part of our journey together, guys. And I don't know, I was feeling really down, but that night of rest really, reminded me of something someone taught me. They said my past is not a reflection of my future. So even though, we've lost and we've made some mistakes, it doesn't mean we're going to make them again in the future. And, she kind of really pumps everyone up and jabbers on as we're working and kind of eating our porridge. And at the end of her kind of 10-minute spiel, we all kind of feel a little bit more invigorated, as if we have 7 temporary hit points.
Whoa.
Yes.
Everybody, even Winton.
Woo!
Nice.
And he's shoveling some of the porridge in his mouth. And that is all the uses of the honey. But it gets its final meal in the porridge. So Tim, is Sultan Winley. Since none of you are proficient with smithy tools or the essential knowledge you need, just all of you roll me a d20.
Okay.
All the inspiration is going to go into this.
Nice. Oh.
15.
Oh, that's 20.
You got your jewelry.
Getting her jewelry after all.
So what do we
20.
What do we want to use for me? Do we want to?
Do we want to give you a full reroll?
Well, this is for your.
Yeah, do it.
Do it. Do it, because we're going to need it for something.
Let's do a full reroll.
Do we want a D6 you as well?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not?
All right.
So.
Oh, no.
Did you just Amy it? You did Amy it.
Totally.
It wasn't a 1.
Oh, no.
No. It's a D6. It's a D6. It's okay.
I'm up to a 16.
Okay.
It's
A
okay.
16 and a nat 20, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim has somehow turned the silver into coal. No, that would actually be useful.
It's not a nat 1.
No, it's not
Okay.
a 1. Let's hear it for. Yeah. All right.
Oh, and Winley, what card did you get for that nat 20?
Yeah, let me look at that.
Was Winley really making jewelry? She was making jewelry.
Yeah.
I love it.
No one stopped it.
You can add a D6 after making a saving throw.
So, starting with Elspeth.
What?
Oh, hi.
No,
Hey, Alondra. She's probably in the chat. Is that why you said that?
It happened.
I was so
I
good
was joking about that, and it
Legitimately,
happened.
though, I have played a half-elf paladin named Elspeth, and I had a flashback like 7 years and went, wait, what?
Crossover. Hey.
Oh, man. See, this is why folks don't DM 3 different
3 days in a row.
Yeah.
That's a
It's okay. We got you back.
mind bend. Woo! insult. Starting with your club. Your aim was your goal was a lot easier to accomplish than Tim's. So you, after some time, and you all have to kind of work with the very limited fire you got, and you do have to break down at least both of the other chairs to keep it going, to get it hot enough to make it into something usable. Especially with all the little ingots that you're trying to do to like get it studded club. With enough patience and just with enough patience, you're able to get a nice studded club. None of the points are sharp, but they were able to lay in the wood. So you have a club, which I will say is a D4 maybe, but it's silvered.
Hey.
Let's see. Club is a D4, but it is light.
Yeah.
It is a light weapon club using one of the chair legs, but it is silver studded.
Okay.
Winley, your initial attempts at jewelry, you don't have any fine working tools, but you are able to shape a very simple, not a full ring, but something that has like a little slit in the middle that can just be slid over, and you feel very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
You also mentioned you did want to make weapons or something, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would think that at some point, like one of them said, Winley, we're supposed to be working on some weapons. So they'd be like, okay.
You would have just heard a string of cursing from me.
Yeah, so it's probably Isolde. Like, I kind of showed off, and she said, okay, but we're supposed to be working on weapons too.
and probably very nicely, like, oh, that's very pretty, but we're supposed to be making weapons.
Yeah. And she probably would have asked for guidance. Okay, well, what should I try to make?
Well, I was successful at making the club. I would probably ask her to see if she can start like making a flat sheet of silver to try and put over the axe.
Okay. Actually, James, can I ask too, in this room, because the other wood was too brittle, this room, since we do have water, is there any way that we could get some kind of wooden bow makeshift thing made in this moment over the course of, because we still have the entrails to.
Okay. Since it's not metalworking, it's going to be a high DC, but roll me a survival check.
Okay. Then we'd have to make arrows. 18.
Do we want to add a D6 to that?
Oh.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
You guys are the best.
It's okay.
Valiant
Okay.
effort.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no, I mean, yeah.
So, very much intent on looking for a. Also, in the meantime, since this is a different project, Winley, roll me another D20.
Uh-oh.
But you look around, and
Okay, I got 13.
you look around, and you're trying to find. You look at the table, and you're like, no, that's not. It's similar to what we found before. You look at the beds, and then look at the beds, and you look underneath, and you notice that there's kind of a ribbing with the slats that go horizontally. And you pry one of those off, and it's bent a little bit just from its shape to like give a little bit of some support to the very thin mat. And you soak it in water, and you try and bend it, and you wrap around the entrails, and you have yourself a short bow. You don't know how effective it is, nor do you know how well it's going to hold up. but you feel like it could at least shoot something.
Cool.
Okay. 13. Winley, you, invigorated by your ring-making ability, you get a larger piece of silver as Isolt has stationed upon you, and you start to heat it up and try and work it out. Rings are a lot simpler.
Yeah.
And the heat of this fire, to get it to a nice pounded flat shape, is not exactly what you're getting. It's maybe about a half-inch thick that you're able to get it, and it's a little disc.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
that's...
I will say metagame. I just watched like a whole bunch of episodes of Forged in Fire, and this is not easy.
No, Fortune is not easy, not even a little.
No, I can tell you. Yeah.
But through sheer force of will, you get a small little disc, but it is about a half-inch thick, and you try and bend it like a taco, and it's just like bending a bit, but to wrap it around a full, even a makeshift axe, probably is not going to be a go-to.
What about a nice coaster?
We're gonna have to tear apart the beds for more fire. I'm gonna need help.
Sure, I'll come over and help you with that.
And then in the interim, Inku is going to start whittling down some long arrow-like sticks, kind of putting them over the fire to solidify it. Then, doing the thing on the end to make them sharp, and then holding them over the heat. So he's going to be doing that while everyone's doing whatever
Okay.
they're doing.
So you tear apart the beds and start a larger fire?
Well, is there anything else? I think the bed should be a last resort. I do like the beds. Are there any food crates or anything that's left over? Any of them? If
table.
The barrels in the other room, and like you were saying, moving all the silver over into one of them, then taking the rest of the barrels and breaking those down.
Mm-hmm. You can.
And then the barrels would actually have, are they the kind that have the metal strip that hold them?
These ones do, yes.
What can we do with that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Does anyone have any ideas? Because this metal could actually, it's thin enough I could put my dagger and put holes in it too. We can.
I mean, I'd love to use one of the rivets for breaking down to put on the end of these arrows to have
You're not going to put silver
rivet
on the end?
What are you talking about, rivet?
Should I put silver on the end?
Oh, that would be assault. I'm talking about the metal. This is probably iron.
Oh.
I'm talking about flat strips of iron that can be folded, bent, shaped a little bit. I can take one of them and wrap it between the studs on the club in case the rivets were fracturing the wood at all.
That's actually a good point. Could you potentially layer it over your guys' shields to provide reinforcement against damage and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because if you do it in a way, if something comes down on it,
That's
won't
a good idea.
break the wood. It'll just hit the iron.
Theoretically.
Right.
Rivet the iron to the wood itself, possibly wrap it. Possibly.
We could try and break bits of the nail to use as little studs to hold that.
Well, because I feel too, if you get the iron hot enough, it should be malleable that you could just wrap it around wood. Because iron on wood.
Oh no, this is already bendable. These are thin. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever taken apart one of these barrels. But
every
no, it depends on how big they are. Because there's some barrels, if they're big enough, they have that big.
That's what I'm imagining. I am imagining the big,
but they're not that big.
Oh, I'm imagining the smaller ones. Just James.
They're maybe,
asked. Yeah.
I imagine them being knee to thigh high.
And I'm thinking Muppet Treasure Island when they're hiding in the apple barrel and then they find out. That's what I'm thinking. Those big rivets.
They do have to be small enough because if they were really large, it would require a lot of people to lift that thing. When you pack away books. You don't put it in the biggest box.
I'm betting for the crates too. There's nails holding those together, little nails. We can collect nails from that.
So I've got to do something while all this is going on, right? So
all this construction just going.
Yeah, people are like boom, 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 boom. You know.
Then I'll tell Winton to come and give me some guidance and help me. Just even one more arm to help get the silver to the rock faster, so it's a little more malleable. Will he help out?
Yeah. He has one armless, so he only can provide guidance, nothing more like he can. But he doesn't really have enough. He's been underground for 3 weeks and not in the most healthiest of conditions.
I can take a break and use something to hold the silver in place while he hammers with one arm for a while, and then switch off, hold it, and hammer it, just to get some more strikes in before it cools off.
Okay. So before we get to that, DJ, what would you like to do?
Man, this is tough because everybody's playing with stuff and I want to be helpful. So I was going to try to see if I could help Inqua take some of those. They don't have to be sharp. They just have to be something you can put on arrows so you can shoot at them, right? It doesn't have to be sharp, but maybe we can scrounge through stuff. I'm also looking for anything I could use as a pick. So I'm going to take some of the shards that they're going to do and I'm going to have a silver pick.
Oh, easy enough. You can easily find a silver pick. And definitely with the as you have seen with the other folks using silver to rub on, you won't have to embed the silver into the makeshift arrow tips. You could just be like a
right. I'm doing that because I can do that. That's easy. I can make a rhythm out of it too. Silver. I also am going to make a drum because we've got those barrel things, and we do have either some of the internals. Because that makes good, nice drummables. So I'm going to have that. So because we need to have this kind of thing. We need a fighting drum, right? Okay. More cowbell, something like that.
Wrap up some of the sheets around some of the fractured furniture to have as drumsticks.
Boom. So yeah, this is my inspiration thing because I don't have my uke or anything. So
okay. So I will say this entire creation campaign portion will take the entire day.
I figured.
So
I'm surprised they haven't come looking for us, to be honest.
Tim, go ahead and roll a d20 at advantage because Winton is helping.
All right, I'm going to do 2 because I'm too lazy to write out the... I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. Who cares?
You can't.
Oh, roll 20 is out for us.
You can't.
No, just me.
It is just you, actually.
Because Winton only has one arm.
But still, wow.
Do we have any more?
I made a coaster.
You made a coaster as well. You have 2 coasters. Darjan, roll me a d20 as well to make your drum.
You can throw the coasters at
Oh, no.
Okay. Now I know that there's a problem with this. Because come on.
Oh, no.
Rolled a 1, peeps. 1. What's with that?
You've officially obliterated the concept of music from this world.
No.
Oh, man.
Whoops. I accidentally dealt it to Darjan.
Yeah, you did. That's all I was going to say. Are you playing that?
But it's not letting me steal it. What does it say?
Yeah.
This card may be played against you by the GM at any time for the following effect. Negative 1d12 after making a skill or attack roll. I thought you were trying to make me have negative 12.
Thanks.
I was like,
negative 11. So
the drum is a mimic and it bites you. Yeah.
How did you make a mimic?
I mean, that would be useful though.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, let's be friends. Let's make
Oh,
friends.
let's be friends. Let's be friends. No, man. No, I know exactly. It's like I go,
Oh.
So
oh, man.
you go about making your drum and you have the most ambitious idea for this drum. You're going to use some of that skin. You're going to use some of the wood. I'll embed some silver into this thing. And while you're crafting it, you're like, oh, I'll add some entrails to it as well. And you try and stretch it. And the thing is, all the skin and entrails have yet to be tanned, let alone stretched in any way. So every time you pull it across the frame that you make, that's a little poked and jagged with silver and some splinter bits, it just use another. And at the end of this day, Darjan, you have ripped through every rat skin and entrail available, attempting in your to make your drum, and it unfortunately does not happen.
They're gonna drum me out, man. That's all.
Well, we've used up all the bad rolls, so
Yep.
Have we? Have we though? I don't think that's how statistics works.
yeah, I think that. No, I think it is. I think. I think roll 20 is out of bad dice rolls now.
I think probabilities. I think that we break the laws of probability to the point where roll 20 is just like.
By the way,
I
that
did finally steal the card.
well, I had to let it go.
Ah, okay.
When I just read it and went, wait, what? And then it said at the bottom, let it go, let it go. So I did.
Interesting when you learn more about roll 20. Okay, folks, but that is the end of the day.
Oh,
Yes, that's the end of the day.
Weren't Assault and Winley redoing once we made the more fire? I thought they were giving that a shot.
I would like to give it a shot to try and get some silver on my axe.
That being said, as you all are trying to create a larger, hotter fire, everybody roll me a Constitution check. Not a saving throw, it's a beat check.
Don't make us use good dice rolls now. Have them roll the good ones first on the thing.
18.
That's great.
I'm pretty good at con.
Oh no, it's all no. This is roll 20.
Winley got an 8.
Oh, and Darjan Tim got 6s. I mean, okay.
Am I the only one who's okay?
We forgot to drink while we were doing this.
Got the black lung. That's what happens when you work in the mines.
Hey, everybody. Chav Hunter 88 won the Essentials Kit.
Yes. Congrats.
Hold on. I see some of you walking away. Stay there. Because in their infinite wisdom and generosity, Thomas has decided to give away another Essentials Kit.
Ooh.
I believe Nightbot should be clear. Give it like 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Enter again, #chaos, and we will do another drawing of the Essentials Kit.
Ooh.
Of a different one, not the same one. That would be like, Chav Hunter, mine. No, give it to this person. Chav Hunter gets theirs. We'll give it to another person.
Sweet.
Cool.
And I mean, feel free to enter even if you have like a PHB. They make terrific Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm. Give it to that nephew whose parents may still believe in the satanic panic, and
thankfully his parents don't. His grandparents do, but his parents are very cool about it.
Good. Yes. Join all of the paganists here. It'll be great.
It's just easier.
It's easier. It's more fun. So as this fire begins to roar, the smoke begins to fill the room and fill the other room. Isolde, you have the wherewithal to pull it up and continue working. Winley, you pull it up too, but your clothing is just not holding it in well enough, and you start to cough. And everybody else, the smoke just in. Oh, let's roll for Winton too. Winton too. Everyone aside from Isolde. This blaze is starting to just smoke out this entire cave, and then it fills the next one. And then slowly you see it begin to descend down, and then it's starting to go into the other hallway, and then start to fill that one.
I'll add some water to the fire before we all die.
The water douses the flames.
Yeah, I'll help like control the fire enough so that it's not giving out quite so much smoke, because if a fire's giving off smoke, it's because it's hit something wet or something that isn't cured enough, because good wood doesn't give off a lot of smoke.
Yeah. Chairs, man. Can't trust them.
It's true.
But in your varied efforts, I will say that go ahead and roll me one more d20.
Would any of this affect me with fire resistance, like the smoke and stuff?
It's still smoke.
Well,
Yeah.
So he can just roll in it. He just can't breathe it. Got it.
Yeah. You can roll on it and take some damage, but not.
Sure. D20, you said?
D20 for Winley and Isolt. See if the smaller fire you can make something.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Come on. 17?
16.
Ooh.
Similar disc, but about 1/4 of an inch thick. It's a little bit more bendable, but to get it flat, it may snap.
Do we have any more inspiration? You guys want to roll d6s?
Oh, add some d6s to those.
Yeah.
We currently have 5 inspiration.
Oh, do it. Each roll a d6. Let's get some silver weapons, fancy
What do you
weapons.
think, Laura?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ooh,
Nice.
I added a 5 to mine,
Yeah.
so 21.
Ooh, 21.
19 for me.
Okay. I set the DC average at 20.
Okay.
That is 40 divided by 2. So it is 20.
Excellent.
Both of you, as you work, hear a bit of voice. Kind of just comes in. It's like, oh, I love silvery things. And then,
And Isolt just grins ear to ear.
and you are able to work this piece with enough patience to fold over the axe. It is silvered.
Excellent. I'll like sit back on my heels once that's done, brushing sweat away, and look at Winley with just this grin.
And Winley just nods knowingly.
All the ash in the air would have worked as a flux for that too. So we helped.
So I'll pass the silvered club over to Tim and heft the silvered axe. I think we're back.
We're going to go wait in the third room over for a while until we can breathe, right? Is that the plan?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
You should go breathe.
I'm already.
Yeah, same. Yeah. We're whittling wood in the other room.
Yep.
But I'll come and find Tim and pass the silvered club over to him.
Little silver things here. Yeah. I got the silver things for you here. Yeah.
And I'll show him the silvered axe that Winley and I were able to make or do.
Amazing.
There was help from a goddess involved. That's about all that we've got going on with us. But we're much better equipped than we were.
Yes.
We've got a shot at this.
We need to make enough silver studs to stud our armor, and we can have silver studded armor. I'm kidding. No.
No, I think that we stay here one more night and then we push forward. We need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes. So you wait for the smoke to
clear out.
Clear. It's a little hard because the one exit is completely bordered up.
I probably go and like move one of the rocks a little bit to give the smoke a bit more of a vent. Just Just so we can breathe.
Would that alert people though?
Well, if it's going to alert people, it'll alert people when it goes through that crack in the door too.
Oh, and it'll probably smell so bad in that room still anyway that it won't. Gotcha.
They probably won't notice.
Yeah.
Probably. And we'll be keeping watch through the night. And if I'm wrong, well, we'll find out.
You sleep in front of that pile of rocks, that is.
Okay.
So you move the rock. And as you move the rock, it moves.
You're being a jerk, James. Nice.
As you move the rock, it's like, excuse me.
Mimi, no, come back.
Don't tease us with that.
I miss Mimi.
I do too.
We make a rock sculpture in Mimi's honor.
Oh, yes.
A little rock stack. But night comes to you, and watches are taken. Inqua, the night passes through.
Yeah, he's not gonna. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I do want to say though, really quick, he does want to try and make a makeshift quiver with some of. He's going to tear his pants again to make some makeshift quiver, so he can put all the arrows in it. So that he's not walking around holding arrows.
Are you down to booty shorts yet?
Close. Well, no, because it was mended. I forget who mended it, but he was.
When they did.
Almost, yeah. Yep. So right now, one of his legs is booty shorts. The other one is not. Cool. If he's able to make the quiver. Sorry.
Roll me a survival check.
Okay.
Oh, Inqua.
What is with this one? What is with this one crap?
I don't know, but it's funny. Now he does have booty shorts. His one leg doesn't work, so he's going to try the other one.
Minus 1d6. So you're like, all right, I'll use my pant leg. You grab it, you rip it, and it just goes. And like it's not even a clear rip at the leg. It kind of like goes up a little bit, so you see a little of the boot eye.
Oh.
When they just goes, Inqua.
I will say this: Inqua's legs tone. Very.
I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
You go for the other leg, and they didn't give you the best pants, and it just kind of.
I knew you were going to try and make a quiver out of these pants, and they set you up for failure.
Yeah, it's fine.
On the bright side, you have great legs.
I mean, I have mending, but it's just the single little tear.
He'll look down at his legs, kind of look up at DJ. I'm fine. I'm okay.
All right.
Maybe they'll distract them.
Captain Thighs.
Good old nickname from high school. Hey. When you run track, it's what you got. So, night comes, passes through. Inqua takes a little bit, just knowing what could be on the other door, beyond the doors of sleep. But unfortunately, unlike the previous night, there is no unwelcome dreams. But morning comes to you all. It's the exact same thing that happens with Icewind Dale. You don't know what time it is.
When you're this deep underground, there's just, you can't.
Doesn't matter. I know.
But y'all gather your things, gather your weapons. I will say, Inqua, you have 12 arrows with silver rubbings at the tip.
Yes. Love it.
Are we going to do an affirmation before we leave?
Oh, right.
Oh, did that go away? Did they go away?
Yeah,
we did. We slept again. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I heard once when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And, I think it's ready for us to get going. And Winley's still like, her affirmations, since she doesn't have her book with her anymore, they're getting a little looser, but she's used to pepping up a crowd there, so she stumbles to find her words, and she's not quite as eloquent, but she gets to her speech, and you guys still feel very refreshed and bolstered a bit more, and everyone regains their 7 temporary hit points.
Hey, thank you.
Yay. So we're gonna get the pickaxes and start slowly and quietly working at the planks.
Okay.
Not even taking them all the way off, just getting them loose.
Okay.
Until we're ready to make our move.
In that case, I would like. So
the dice will surely be with us.
Is working at 1. Who else? I would say at most 2 people could fit on that side. Okay. Excuse me. So, I'd like both of you to roll me. I think you're both strong enough to, I will say, just like based off your natural strength, able to pull it off. But let's see how stealthily you can do it.
Ugh.
Did we put on our armor, you guys?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. 18.
16.
Hey, nice.
Oh, there those rolls are.
Right.
Okay. Silently, and as yesterday taught you, with a bit of patience, you are able to slowly you can just slowly see one of the 2 nails that were jammed into the support beam that rises up into the ceiling get pulled away, and then boop, as does Isolt's one, who's a couple boards up. There's some space between you two.
I figured we'd do the bottom 2, then just slide under.
Okay.
Less work,
Sure.
less sound.
That makes sense.
Okay. Then if that case, then it would be like one person, then the other person went in there, just space-wise. So, takes you a little bit longer, but you feel confident that the 2 boards are loose on this side.
Now do we armor up? What do we do now? Because I like being sneaky. I'd rather run up.
Is the torchlight still there? It's been like a day and a half. Do we still see torchlight through the...
You look through, and you notice that as it goes, it kind of goes a little bit upwards, that now that you have a better vantage point with the loose boards, and you do see a bit of light, torchlight.
I would prefer to not have to fight if we don't have to. And if we can be stealthy, maybe we don't have to.
Oh, if we can just get the jump on them and get some proper weapons.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
Although I doubt they're carrying silver weapons.
Right.
Armor, proper armor.
But armor.
If they're wearing proper, yeah.
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 Are we not being able to be sneaky when using the padded armor?
Oh no, we're at disadvantage.
Okay.
Makeshift.
Very noisy.
Okay.
Well, and even normal padded armor is disadvantage.
Well, I mean...
Okay, I've got this beautiful club.
And I have my shield on one arm and the silvered axe in my hand.
Yeah, same.
And before we go in, can I test the bow just in this room, like, and aim it at something?
Okay.
See if it actually works.
Don't dry fire.
You fire the bow with one of the arrows and you fire it off. It goes... I'll say this. Mechanically, it can go 30 feet regular, and then it can go up to 60 feet at disadvantage.
Got it. Thank you.
As you test out the bow. Also, roll me a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
6. It creaks a bit, but holds.
I see where this is going.
Yep.
It's like wild magic. If you roll a 1, something will happen.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Oh, careful with our rolls because that's gonna be the next one.
Right, wild thing.
Wait, you guys, before we go any further, I just don't know what we're going to run into, and I want to make sure, we're really prepared for this.
It'll be wet rats.
When Lee kind of touches her holy symbol that Inqua carved, and she thinks and channels LaRue, and she casts Aid on Isolt, Tim, our fighters, and then remembering how Darjan was so easily kind of knocked unconscious during our first encounter, she cast it on Darjan as well. So for the 3 of you, your maximum hit points and your current hit points are going to go up by 5.
Nice.
For 8 hours.
Nice.
Okay.
Good to know. Very good to know.
By 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So essentially, y'all got 12?
Yeah. Basically,
Wow.
30 hit points. That takes me up to 59.
Show off.
Dang.
Yeah, she's gonna go. "Ugh, get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Paladin, my hit die is a D10.
Meanwhile, level
So
6,
is mine.
like, I've got 30 health.
Yeah,
I rolled
don't
really
know.
well on a couple of my things, and you all saw me do it.
Yep.
You rolled well on all of your things.
No, I don't. You've seen me.
Yeah, I have. It's always higher than what I roll.
Using
Guys, shh, we're gonna
using yourself as a basis for comparison isn't fair.
We got to get ready.
Yeah. Nick is just at disadvantage,
So, I also, let's see, because I can do some inspirations. I'll wait until we get somebody because it's only for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, whereas 8 is what, like 8 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration's only for 10 minutes.
So, you all begin to shimmy past the boards.
in the rear with the
Yeah.
bow.
What is the marching order? Thank you.
I'm in the front.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that the sneakiest one should be in the front.
I think I rolled higher on my stealth. Oh no, you rolled higher on your stealth. Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
myself.
you go ahead and go first. I'll be right behind you.
Yeah.
Ink was at the back. Winley and Darjan, what are you doing?
I'll be right behind Isolt.
Okay, and I'll be behind Winley.
Darjan at 4th. Everybody, roll me. Oh, and Winton too. Winton will be at the rear. He is armless.
Yeah,
He's armless.
he's armless. Yeah.
Oh, he's harmless.
That's right. No, that's
I know. I love it. It's so good.
Everybody roll me a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
I already did.
Oh,
That was for the board.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Winley
boy.
rolled a 5.
that's okay. You're in the rear.
I rolled a
In the middle.
4.
I rolled a 6.
Oh no.
15.
So Jean knows what the...
I need to re-roll at least one of those.
Yeah.
If I can hear them, I will move a little further ahead
Did you roll?
to distance.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got
You're
the
not whinging me
23.
about your rolls, sir.
No.
I'm like, Sean, come up with me. Get away from them. They're gonna get us all killed. We can still live.
Then he rolls his natural one. Whoops.
Shoot
So
him in the
does
back.
anyone wish
An axe in the back of you. What was that?
So
Did
we
someone
only, we only have 3 inspiration at the moment.
Oh.
I mean,
We should
We
save
gotta
those.
save that for
I'm gonna,
hitting
yeah.
where rats. I say
gonna-
Darjan and I just try and get the jump on one of them, and then you can clunk up
How
behind.
far is the corridor in front of us?
We don't know yet.
Alright.
It turns.
So you all are trying to sneak past this board and like have it pried open enough so none of the nails hit you and you probably pull some of them out. If you want to take them, Tim, there are 4
Tim.
large nails.
Yeah. Tim's got the
yes.
nails. He's got the
Tim's
nails.
the nails. He needs replacement nails.
So you are able to pull back and it's a little tough and some of you kind of scrape your arms and you're like, as you go past. You all have same passive perception, so everybody starts to hear footsteps coming down the hallway.
Ready in ambush on the other side of have my back up to it with my silver club, getting ready to crush the skull of any were-rat that isn't.
Urban.
Can were-rats see in the dark? They have dark vision? I'm assuming yes.
Do I know about her? I think I'm just getting ready to bash the skull of any were-rat, actually.
I think you're right.
Yeah, you and Isolde don't know that they are Hannibal.
Oh, crud, you're right. I wasn't there for that.
You did see her. You did see Hannibal flirt with Inqua, but you did not see her.
No, wait, I did. I tried to persuade her. I tried to persuade her to go to Watergate.
Winley
and Tim. Yeah, they don't know.
So I know. So if I see Hannibal, I'll stop.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only one that I'm stopping for.
Okay.
So, rounding the corner, Tim, you're the first one there. You see a rat head pop out.
Whack-a-rat.
Whack-a-rat.
Whack-a-wat.
Whack-a-whack.
20.
20 hits.
Nice.
So that is 1d4 plus 4.
I don't like James's smirk.
I know.
Kind of perpetual.
Oh, no, hold on. That's
that's a d6. You got to re-roll that. Or not a d6, a plus 6. You got to re-roll that.
Plus 6. Oh no, can't we just trim it down to a 5?
Oh, sure. I'll trim it down.
No, re-roll with D4.
Roll.
But it's just a math error. It would have been like if I had rolled the dice and then said, "Oh, that's plus this, therefore." Oops, no, it's just a math error.
Okay. Math error.
All
you
right.
could use that to re-roll anything.
When the DM offers you a re-roll, man, you take
on
it.
A 1, yeah.
He gave it back to me, and you smacked this were-rat. Just and then the second one is also coming around. While the first one kind of just like gets clotheslined by the first one, Isolde, it's kind of like coming towards your area, while the second one's coming towards you, Tim.
Whack a rat unless it's Hannibal.
It is not Hannibal.
Then I'm gonna whack a rat.
You're gonna chop a rat.
You mean you're gonna kill a rat?
No, it's whack because it's not sharp.
Nice.
It's on the chopper.
What is my axe? What is the damage die for that? D6?
Yeah. And then Winley, this second one is within within your space. So you could attack it as well.
10 points of damage for our podcast listeners.
Nice. With a dagger that I'm assuming you all rubbed at least once.
Oh, okay. Would that just be with the the dagger is just
a dagger? Dagger.
Yeah.
Dagger.
Okay. Let me. Is that just a D20?
D20, and for your dex and plus proficiency.
Okay.
Which would be a 1 plus your proficiency. I think it's still a +2 right now.
Well, a dagger is a finesse, so you can use strength or dexterity depending on which is higher.
Right.
They're the same. Oh, and then plus
proficiency.
Plus proficiency, yeah.
Sorry, wait, is that
That's 2.
So your
Winley doesn't use weapons that often.
your proficiency is a +2. So if your dex is a +1, then you'll be rolling a d20 +3.
Okay. Oh, a 9.
9.
Like I said, Winley doesn't use weapons that often.
That's true.
When she does, it hits her teammates.
Yeah, it's not an attempt. You did great.
Yeah, it wasn't a 1.
You didn't stab any of us in the back. That's all we can ask.
Isolde smacks it so hard that you try and go for a stab, and it just the sheer force of Isolde just pulls it away from where you're trying to stab it. But yeah, these two are now staring at all of you. Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
We're going to do this theater of the mind, folks.
Yes.
Very brief encounter, possibly.
17, so.
Okay.
Sorry, I should wait for you to go through the thing.
All right. Do we have a 25 to 20? 20 to 15. Oh, look at Winton.
This is where he shines.
You sound like a proud parent.
Go, Winton.
17 for me.
17 for you. That will be 15 to 10.
12 for Darjan.
Okay. The 10 to 5.
7 for Inqua.
And 6 for Winley.
6 for Tim. But I think Tim's dex is probably
Yeah.
high.
You're higher.
Yeah, his is higher.
Oh. So first up, Isolt, you get that first swing off, smacking it in the head. Music provided by Sirenscape.
How is it looking after that first blow?
After the 2 blows that you both inflicted on it, it is not looking hot.
Fantastic. I'm going to hit it again.
Hit it again, you do.
Come on. 26 to hit.
That
It might hit it.
Maybe a bit. Wow. Max damage at 11.
You bring this axe in for a second time, and the rats for the first time are noticing they're bleeding and are perturbed by that, but doesn't have enough time to register as the axe just...
Oh, you left the armor intact. Perfect.
And
armored.
What? Oh, because they're were-rats and they give no...
They give no fucks. We're late enough into the stream. We can say that.
Winton's turn, unless you have another thing you'd like to do.
Yeah, I'm going to inflict blood back. Is there just one other were-rat?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way that I can get around behind it and push it into Winton and Tim to surround this thing so it can't run away and tell on us?
You got a shield.
I do have a shield. I want to get around it behind it and shield bash it as my bonus action.
Yep, you shove it, and it's now a little bit more towards the other side of the wall, but now you are the thing that is within the further part of the tunnel.
Yeah.
And as it smacks against the wall, it's noticing that it is surrounded, but Winton is the first one with his left arm just like, ah!
Come on, Winton. You have DM inspiration, unless it was a one.
Yeah?
I only have, what, one?
1.
It won't hit. It won't hit.
Okay.
Winton with his left arm, unfamiliar with this use of limb, is just like, yeah, and the were-rat's just like, wee! Dodges out of the way. Next up is Darjan.
Well, I could step forward and try to stab it with my dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I don't get to do much stabby stuff, so I'm just I'm excited. Come on,
you and Winley
man.
both.
All right, let me roll it up because I do have proficiency and dexterity. So. Ooh.
15 hits.
15, I hit it. And 1d4 plus 3.
Nice.
Yes.
That's what proficiency and stuff
Nice.
does. And I got a 7, the max damage.
Max damage, and this one sinks into the were-rat, and it's the first wound it takes, and it's just eyes wide, noticing that it's bleeding. Next up is Inqua.
Cool. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pull out the new short bow and take a little swig at it when I see its eyes get big.
Mm-hmm.
Try it.
They make better targets that way.
Yes. 15, and that's with the -5 to do sharpshooter.
Oh.
So
No.
let's roll this.
Roll damage, add a +10.
Oh, guys, don't look! Don't look at me! Don't look!
I'm looking even harder.
How embarrassing!
Seriously.
16 damage.
Wow.
Nice.
The original social distance stabbing.
That's
With
awesome.
your... Why is it a +2? Because with bow, you can also use strength, right?
It's piercing damage.
Why is it a
1d6 plus 2 damage is what it says on the short bow.
And then the +10 for the sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
I mean...
I'm just curious. So, with ranged weapons, it's only dex? Is that true?
I think it is only dex.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. Okay. So the arrow flies and just cuts straight through the jugular, and it starts to bleed out. But it is holding on barely. Roll me a d20 for me.
Mm-hmm.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
7.
Bow holds strong. Next up is Tim.
18.
Nice.
Yes.
Now I'm going to do the correct 1d4 plus 4 to
7 damage.
this
Claim
one
your-
quiet forever.
Claim your kill.
Oh, it bleeds out the rest of the way.
Plonk. Yes.
Little gush, extra gush happens as it goes.
Oh.
Okay.
Does it have anything we can use?
Yeah, do they have anything that we can use?
It has a short sword
No,
and
it's not silvered.
a crossbow. Hand crossbow.
Unless they have
Silver.
silvered.
We can rub some we can take the time to rub some silver on some bolts
That's a good point.
and get Inqua
A
a
proper bow.
reliable ranged
break on
weapon.
him.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, guys. That was pretty awesome.
That was
The thing I made.
Phenomenal.
It was.
He's gonna retrieve the arrow out of the were-rat and then start resilvering that cheap little wooden arrow that he made. But I mean, I'm good with this. If Winley, would you like to use the crossbow?
Yeah, I'm already silvering some bolts. Wait.
She's due for it. A good one, you guys. I think she.
Yeah, I got some practice in a while back.
Okay.
While they're handling that, I'm going to see if I can start hauling the were-rat bodies back toward the boarded up area just to get it out of like the main traffic area.
Yeah, and we can give a pass of the silver on the short sword and hand that to Winton.
I'm re-silvering my dagger. It's like
Okay. Yeah. Oh, and does this? The bolts actually come with a quiver, though. I'm sorry, Inqua.
It's fine. He holds up his 12 arrows. One of them bloodied. It's like. Actually, with one of the loose strands of clothing, what he's going to do is he's going to put them down at the bottom, and he's going to roll it up the pant leg, and then kind of tuck it into his like
Waistband.
So do we have like shoes? Did they take our shoes too?
I'm assuming.
What's our situation?
Oh yeah, they did take your shoes.
'Cause I want boots. But you know, if someone else desperately needs boots, I also understand.
Do the were-rats have boots?
Look at the picture. Do they have boots? They do.
They do?
Yeah, they have boots. Oh, and one thing you do notice, while they did have rat-like features, in their death, you slowly see the features recede into a more humanoid, or not more humanoid, a human-looking figure. One brown-haired young man, the other one a brown-haired young woman. Hair kind of just in a simple ponytail.
Winley looks a little distressed at first, and then her face hardens. She says, "That was for Bessie." She moves on.
Oh, we freed them from their curse. This is a good thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be hauling the bodies away in hopes of making it take a little bit longer before deaths are discovered.
I mean, I'm completely honest, stripping them. If we manage to get a way out, we're going to need as much clothing as we can. It's cold out.
It is, but if we
we're
really
forced out.
well, if we push, if we run, and just keep going as long as we can, we should be able to get off the mountain in a couple of hours.
I'm taking all their clothes.
Fair.
all right.
So, combat is not stealthy in
Nope.
any way, shape, or form.
Nope.
So there were some grunts, some gasps, and Isolt, as you're dragging the bodies back, everybody, because you all have the same passive perception.
How do we all have a passive perception of 14?
But that's, yeah, of course.
That's
we do.
awesome.
Go on. So
Everyone hears the myriad of footsteps coming in this direction.
ambush phase 2.
As you harden yourselves for what may be a bottleneck battle, that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh,
There it is.
Very good.
Yeah, definitely gonna haul the bodies back as fast as I can, and then come back up and take point with Tim on the bottleneck.
I will craft a map by that time.
How long?
Because
Never mind.
yeah, well, at least this one's in a hallway that's more advantageous to them.
Well, and we're not bare-fisted. We've got,
Yeah, you got
Some
silver
types.
weapons. See how many were-rats you free from their curse.
oh man, it's gonna be great. Saving throws and all,
Here we go.
I got stuff to throw at them, so.
All right.
Thomas, did we get a second winner, by the way?
oh yeah.
I don't see anything right now.
Me
Wait.
neither.
Oh, I guess I could. Hold on. Moose 2271.
There it is. Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Moots2271. You have just won. I don't want to lift it. It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy for his weak little nerdy arms.
Oh. Y'all are
What's
new.
in there, folks? Like, you open that box, it is D&D in a box. Instead of 3 large books, it's all crammed in there. Muscles. But folks, remember, this is our entire giveaway week. We're giving away a lot of fun stuff tomorrow during the Die Hard special episode run by our very own Aaron Acosta. You can get your own Tasha's Cauldron of Everything variant cover source book, and must I say, the art is, I adore it. It's that kind of Art Deco / watercolor feeling about it. It's super cool. So check that out tomorrow for our Die Hard special. And then Saturday, we are running Rime of the Frost Maiden, where we will be giving away a Rime of the Frost Maiden book, followed by Call of Cthulhu in the evening. It should be their finale. And that will be giving away a Call of Cthulhu starter set. Yes. My brain is very warped right now because I had to record our Rime of the Frost Maiden episode yesterday because I won't be in on Saturday. So it's like, did I say it right? I think so. You guys should have your finale on Saturday, or did you have it? I don't know.
No, we're having our finale theoretically on Saturday after we got chucked into space, and now we're back and on our way to an island.
Yo,
Not just any island.
love
Great
Island.
Dragon Island.
The island. You guys, if you can, come and see it.
Yes.
It's going to be very interesting, if nothing else.
I have no clue what's going to happen.
Honestly, me neither.
Well, that's Call of Cthulhu. That's Eldritch Horror for you.
That's games. That's just tabletop role-playing games for you. You never know what's going to get thrown at you.
Yeah, some days you might get a TPK. Sometimes your DM feels bad and gives you a full episode of a respite.
It's appreciated. The crafting episode, it was nice.
Captain give a shoot.
Since we don't get shopping episodes.
Yeah, no
That's
shopping
true, yeah.
episodes. Yeah, until you go to a larger town. With Inkwa's vision, possibly. Who knows? You might go to a larger town.
Ooh.
Is it a town? Oh.
Gotta head west, boy, to find out. And we'll find out when that happens. Probably not next episode. Maybe not even the next episode after that. But maybe in 3 episodes. I'm confident in 3 episodes.
That's very confident because
You are very
I feel like we're in this predicament for the next 4 or 5, maybe.
Get through the rats, get our stuff back, get down the mountain, That's 5 episodes easy.
And Ink was not even gonna tell them.
No. That's it.
Yeah.
Tell Halia what happened and be like, if you want us to clear out the actual infestation, assuming we don't pull it off this time, we need silvered weapons and much better weapons than we have.
No,
and then we go deal with it.
We're out of here. We know how to get out of here, huh, Tim? We're just gonna go.
Just see you guys. Good luck with the rats.
Okay, you're not getting.
No, we're gonna take them with us, but we're just gonna go.
If they have my money pouch, y'all ain't getting paid unless I get my stuff back.
Oh, suddenly Tim is singing a different tune.
Depends on how many rats show up, but we'll see.
I mean, if it bottlenecks that hard and we're able to deal with that with as many as there are, we'll find out.
We'll find out next time.
Next time on Dragon of Icespire Peak, where this intended 3 episodes arc was
literally
now very long. But we'll find out what happens next time. Until
it's
then,
entirely your own fault and you know it.
Is it though?
Is
it?
I'll take some credit for wanting to do this more.
No, not Dragon of Icespire Peak. This arc.
The rat arc.
Is this not in the Icespire? What? All right. Okay. I see.
Like I said, when Moose 2271 and who was on the other one? I know the name. I didn't get it. It's not on my tongue right now.
Cav Hunter 88.
So you wanted to kill Bessie. Got it.
Oh crap!
I'm gonna remember that. Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't the one who drug. Yeah, I wasn't the one who took Bessie into a mine shaft.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right.
They loved each other. They loved each other.
Telltale Games. Matt will remember this.
Exactly. Telltale.
James hit.
All right, guys. All right.
I know. Sorry. Now we're just good.
But remember,
we're gonna see you guys next time.
There we go.
I don't even need to sign off. Who wants to sign off? See y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you all next Monday. Bye.
Bye.